full moon is about to rise over Collinwood. This is the night that Quentin Collins has been dreading, but his most terrible dreams have never been as awful as this moment. For now, with the moon about to rise, Quentin Collins is trapped by the hated Gregory Trask, knowing there is no way to keep Trask from seeing him change from man to beast.
It almost worked, Quentin. But whatever was happening could not stand up to one who has the Almighty on his side. There is no help for you now, and there never will be. In exactly 1 minute, the moon will start to rise. And I will be witness to the fact that in my presence the transformation took place. And then the whole world will know, with no doubt or question, what your secret is. What's the matter?
Pain. It's starting. And it all seems different. Different from the way it was before. It is different. The pain is gone.
It can't be.
But much more than a minute has passed, Trask.
Many things change, Quentin, but the moon in its course is not one of them. My watch must be wrong.
Where are you going? The moon has risen. Come on, Trask, it's written all over your face. The moon has risen, hasn't it?
I don't understand this at all.
Trask, you let me out of here.
What?
I said, let me out of here. You've gone too far.
I can't let you out. You're the werewolf.
I'm the what?
The werewolf. You told me so yourself.
I told you that?
Of course you did.
Trask, are you sure you haven't been getting into the brandy?
I know what I heard you say, Quentin. I know what I saw in your room.
But what about the moon you just saw? Obviously, Trask, this eagerness of yours to take over Collinwood has begun to affect your mind. With or without brandy. Now I suggest you let me out of here. Right now.
No. No matter how much you may deny it, Quentin, I know I have the right man in that cell. I think it best if I keep you in there until morning.
If you do, you will be the one in jail. Because, let's see, I have a variety of charges already against you, you know. Assault and battery, imprisoning a man in his own home, accusing a man
All
of
right.
being...
All right, Quentin. You're free to go. But I know what you are. And I will see to it that you are destroyed. Of course, I wouldn't want to keep you locked up tonight. I'm sure there are many things you have to do. It's such a beautiful moonlit night.
Ah.
How peaceful the village looks from here.
My, do I detect a note of fondness in your voice?
No, you don't. You know, there's nothing I want more than to leave Collinsport as quickly as possible.
I think there's several things more you'd like, my dear. And I shall give them to you. If you'll play your part in the little drama I've created for Reverend Trask.
I don't want to.
Save your theatrics, my dear, for Trask. I'm sure he'll appreciate anything you can show him.
Oh, Tim, I'm not play acting.
You are beautiful. Your face is such a combination of wisdom, really, and innocence. You don't seem to be one certain age the way others are. What's the matter?
I don't think that's a very agreeable thing to say.
Why be angry? Amanda, I meant it as a compliment. You are beautiful. I could almost envy Trask. If I didn't know better.
There. That should be deep enough. This time, my confession is not going to appear again. This time, it's found its final resting place.
Good evening, Mr. Collins.
What are you doing here?
I had some business to attend to.
What kind of business?
You mustn't be so startled. I'm a man with a great deal of unfinished business that I must look into from time to time.
You didn't seem very startled to see me.
Why should I be? You do live in this house, don't you? Why should I be surprised to find you here?
Even on a night when the moon is full. All right, Petovi. Now, you've been hinting long enough. Now, you're going to tell me what's going on here tonight and exactly what you have to do with it. No, I'm not afraid of you, and I don't care what you do to me. You're going to tell me what's going on here tonight, even if I have to kill you.
You must stop wasting time on these idle threats which are merely foolish. You're too hot-blooded, Quentin. But you're also rather charming, which means there'll always be somebody who'll help you.
And, did you help me out of this?
Whatever are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. A miracle occurred here tonight.
A miracle? Oh, I do like miracles. Did a miracle really happen here tonight?
Yes.
Shall we celebrate? It sounds a perfect occasion for a drink.
And a talk.
Whatever you wish, dear boy. What is that charming phrase I've heard so often at the Blue Whale? To calmer seas. For you, they seem to be here, don't they?
This night did not turn out as I expected. And I want you to tell me why.
Perhaps at the proper time I will. It is really very good. Would you like a little more?
No. My mind is very clear. I want to keep it that way. You're a bit of a fraud, Petovi.
So I'm a bit of a fraud, am I?
But it's not all your fault entirely. We have been helping you by accepting the fact that any miracles that occur here, it's your doing. But it suddenly seemed to me that that's not the case at all.
So
You don't have any idea what happened to me or why it happened,
that's,
any more than I do.
That's how it suddenly seemed to you.
You can't fool me anymore. I know you're not responsible for tonight's events. If you were, you'd be claiming all the credit for it, putting this stamp of Ptolemy on it.
You think I should be suspected of wanting to claim credit? Like a shop girl taking credit for a sale. No, Quentin. My plan is cosmic. So gigantic. So complex that the full implications of it will not be clear to you for a long time yet.
And does this cosmic plan involve me?
You saw tonight that it does. As time passes, you will see more and more. Finally, you will see the extent of the plans I have for you. Then I may present my bill.
A bill? For what?
Did you think it would cost you nothing to be rid of the curse?
Suppose when you present this bill, I refuse to pay it.
I don't think you will.
I don't like it.
Nonsense. You begged for help and I gave it to you. And I assure you, you like what I have in mind for you far better than paying at the moon.
Suppose I do agree to go live at Collinwood. Well, how could I get Trask to accept me? I already said no. Why should I change my mind
Why?
now?
Why, indeed. You've already told him that a strange man frightened you. Now tell him that the man followed you here, that you're upset, that you don't want to be alone, that only 24 hours a day with that wonderful Mr. Trask can give you the strength, the will, the power to fight him.
I don't think it's funny.
There's something very amusing about it, Amanda.
And what's that?
Trask's incredible conceit. Tell him anything, no matter what, and he'll ask, nay, beg to hear even more.
The whole situation frightens me.
Collinwood will be much too luxurious a place for you ever to be frightened there. It's almost as elegant as the Collins Port Inn.
I've seen nice things before.
I'm sure you have.
You really think I'm nobody just because, well, I'm somebody. And let me tell you, Tim Shaw, this somebody will never marry Gregory Trask.
I wouldn't want you to do anything that would take you away from me permanently.
Tim, I want someone to care for me so much.
I care for you.
No, really care for me. I don't want all of this, all of Collinwood, even this. I want to go away. Oh, Tim, let's go away.
And we shall, my dear. We'll go. As soon as we do what I set out to do. And I wouldn't go throwing diamonds away. We're not that rich. Yet. Amanda, you are going to do everything I want you to. Aren't you?
No!
Aren't you?
Well, we'll see. The truth is, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that all my good intentions won't be enough to to keep me away from him.
Amanda, you've never told me who this man is.
Well, I never will. Well, perhaps I'm presumptuous, but I feel that your concern for me would cause you to confront him. And if anything happened to you because of me, I'd never forgive myself.
And if anything happened to you, I would never forgive myself. But nothing will happen to you now, my dear. You have, so to speak, come home. Where are your things, my dear?
My things? Oh, at the inn.
I'll go and get them.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't. Well, I'd rather no one knew.
Now, my dear, you must not worry about what people will say. What you are doing is perfectly proper. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, I didn't mean to imply that. You don't want me here. You don't know what I'm really like.
I have never known anyone so thoroughly before in my life. I understand you, Amanda Harris. I can help you. Now, your luggage is at the inn.
No, let me get it. A phone call will bring it here.
Very well, my dear. In the meantime, I will speak to the housekeeper about getting a room ready for you. I want to make sure you are very comfortable here in your new home.
Collinsport 46, please. Tim Shaw. Tim, it's me. There has to be another way to do what you want to do. Well, I can't stand looking at him and the way he follows me around the room.
Amanda, you know this is the best way to handle the situation.
I don't care if it is or not. I'm not staying. He's coming. I'll call you back. Is that you, Reverend Trask?
Try again.
Oh, Mr. Collins.
You remember me.
Of course.
I appreciate the honor. I'm sure a girl like you has a lot of names to remember.
I'm glad you know so much about a girl like me. You know more than I do myself.
I know you're very beautiful.
And you're very handsome. And neither of us are very happy, are we?
When you were a little girl, what did you wish for when you saw the first star?
I don't remember ever wishing on a star.
I'd like to get to know you a lot better, Miss Amanda Harris. Perhaps we can talk again someday. I'm afraid I have to go.
I must make a phone call.
You know, it's been an unexpected pleasure. But then this whole day has just been full of surprises. If you'll excuse me.
Collinsport 46, please. Tim Shaw. Tim.
Amanda, now you listen to me. You're not a child anymore. We've discussed this. You have to go through with it as we planned. Do you understand?
Tim, you must listen to me. I would like you to bring my luggage over to Collinwood as quickly as possible.
What do you mean? You've decided to stay. Well, That's wonderful. What made you change your mind?
Well, you were right. I did let myself get far too upset over nothing. I think things will be just fine here in Collinwood. Oh,
And who is that, my dear?
that was the manager at the inn. He's been so fatherly towards me. He's sending my luggage right over.
I've no right even to think about that girl. If she'd have met me tonight, under a full moon, she might be dead by now. If the miracle hadn't happened, how did it happen? That's what I should be thinking about.